'Tis the season, everyone. I decided to come on here and do a live. Um, so yeah. Y'all see what's going on here? What's popping off? What's happening? Let's go ahead and get this party started, cause I can't. Okay, let me go ahead and share on the stream. They found Justin's ass. They said he had been posting. I'm laughing at the comment section. Somebody said the season's give it to me. This whole damn court case is giving to me. I can't. I mean, it's like if fucking over a bitch was two people, it just happened. Okay. So they said he's been posting. They said, according to its on site and according to social media, the alleged missing witness and former bodyguard Justin's last post shows him out of the country on December the 2nd, 2022. Someone also liked a friend's photo that was posted 2 days ago. It seems suspicious, but what do we know? It all could be a coincidence. It's on site saying find out next time. They find out next time on next episode of Dragon Ball Z. They found Justin's ass. Long story short, this Negro was paid off by Tory as well. I don't care which way you cut it. It is what it is. He was paid off. That's all I have to say with that. I ain't got nothing else to say about this. But y'all some shiggity ass niggas. That's all I gotta say. You guys are trash. But once again, make money, honey. Are you over there making money with them sheiks? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I wanted to show this when I was talking about Young Thug. I don't know what happened. They said a Young Thug court Zoom was hacked and they played nothing but gay porn. Also, a video of a nude man was shown throughout the courtroom with the message "Free Young Thug." Y'all, look at this. I hope it's not X-rated. It's Young Thug's facing me. He's like, "What y'all doing? Y'all doing too much."
It's the thought. This is the glory to the CCP. Free young
What in the satanic cult is going on here? This is weird. See, now y'all gonna make it worse for Young Thug. Cause y'all over here playing. Y'all don't need to be playing with the court of law. Do not play with the court of law or they make it worse for your little friends, okay? Y'all need to stop that mess. That's not funny. Okay. Something else I forgot to talk to y'all about. There's some stuff on here I need to watch. But yeah. Yeah, I know my save videos of gorgeous men.
Could imagine.
Okay, so I want you guys listen to what she has to say about the whole Danity Kane situation. Y'all know people are already suspecting Diddy, and stuff is coming out with Diddy. So here it is.
Imagine why somebody would want to fire somebody.
Can you give us a little?
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas.
Mm-hmm. And were other girls doing?
I was the only one that was in those types of positions.
Wow. When you look back on that, how does that make you feel?
You know, I have such a love-hate with it all because I don't think I would have been able to be so successful in so many other areas had I not been trained under Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
He was the hardest person that you can work for, and it was torture. And not the work part of it, but the other stuff. Mind games, like just all the girls were so divided, and the men and the people running it had their hands in it, moving everything. There was a lot of betrayal. There was a lot of lies. There was a lot of, you know, when you're young and impressionable and we understand our beauty as women through the eyes of the people observing us. Well, who's observing us? Men. So we learn our beauty through a man's eye, which is very subjective. So it's difficult when you're that young to understand your worth as a woman through the men that I was around. And that was very traumatic. I don't think any of us have healed from that. Diddy would be like, you're not hot anymore. Like, what happened? You don't have anything, like, you don't have any curves. You're looking like you're not looking like, I can't get people to think that you're my good looking person. And there was no Me Too at that time. There was no protecting anyone at that time. You signed a million NDAs and a million contracts that took away all your rights. So you really were operating in an environment that you had no control in.
When was the last time you spoke?
Could imagine why somebody would want to fire somebody.
Can you give us a little?
So, just in case you were somebody that was born in the early 2000s and you don't remember making a band and how much an asshole Diddy was, I'm gonna say it. I don't care. Y'all can sit up here and drag me for that shit. But he was an ass on that show. Anyway, she's basically saying, because the truth is, Aubrey did. She was fighting all the time. Diddy told her she couldn't sing one time. He did. True story. I remember the episode where he was like, you sound like you trying to so he told her she couldn't sing, all that kind of crazy stuff. He told her she couldn't sing. I mean, he was just picking on Aubrey, and Aubrey would give him the shits. Like, Aubrey was with the shits. He told her she couldn't sing. It's just some things that was happening that wasn't supposed to happen. And I believe what she's saying. But then once again, it's like, you know, you also soulmates with Donald Trump Jr. So, I mean, as much as I respect you being honest about what happened, your boyfriend is a married man. So we can sit up here and say, oh, well, they said something about my body. They said something this. They said something that. But how can you sit up here and be mad at what a black man is doing when you're being exploited by a white man who's married, bitch? See what I'm saying? It's the double standards. I'm coming out against Diddy, and I'm not saying that Diddy didn't do those things because I believe her, but you're Donald Trump Jr.'s soulmate, bitch, and he's married. His daddy over here running the White House like he's a freaking part of the Gambino family. So yeah. Hey, I'm gonna show y'all this later, but I just Lord, Kate Middleton might have her little something on the side with his finance. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's like, I'm totally okay with a white man exploiting me and being a whore in his marriage, but I'm not okay with the black man exploiting me.
Say does it hurt? Yes.
That looks fucked up. We'll talk about that later on.
Did you know you can?
Oh my goodness. I'm
Say
very
this
far away from my stuff. Okay, that's that.
How do you pray?
Okay, that's once again, that's in the end. That's information I was looking at. Okay, I thought this was iffy. I forgot to put this in my little thing. Okay, so they said Drake, I'm on a list of possible witnesses in the Sussexes murder trial. What? According to the Shade Room, well, this is posted by the Shade Room. It says, according to Fox 13 News, multiple rappers have been listed as possible witnesses in the trial of Triple X extortion murder. Among the list of rappers are Drake, Joe Budden, and the Migos. It's not the Migos no more because we don't have a takeoff. There were 4 men charged in the passing of extortion. One of their defense attorneys filed a list of 30 possible witnesses, including these rappers, to help this case. Triple X extortion passed away in June 2018, where suspects went up to his car, shot him, and stole his belongings. The trial is set to begin on January 9th, 2023. Girl. Were they in Miami? Why Joe Budden, Drake, and the Migos are witnesses to this situation? And does this happen in Triple X? Does this have anything to do with? Okay, you know what, girl, my conspiracy theorist mind is like go up in a people with this. When I saw that Drake was on my list of possible witnesses, I was like, were they even in Miami when this happened? Because he was in Miami. Triple X, he's from Florida. So when this happened to him, he was in Miami. So they were in Miami too with him? Something ain't right.
There's 33. Did you know that?
We'll talk about this later, girl. We'll talk about this later. We talk about this whole thing with the royal family being overpressed later. Okay. So that was with this big argument started by Jermaine Dupri. I want y'all to hear what he said that started the argument. Okay. Here we go.
106 in Park was created by me. I created the show for a Bow Wow. I was watching MTV, and MTV had TRL. And they was catering to NSYNC, they was catering to Backstreet Boys, and anything white that was coming out that was pop, they was allowing these kids to scream and holler at them. And I'm like, yo, we don't have nothing for black people. Like, where's the black kids that love music? Won't they have a show like this? So I called Stephen Hill and I said, yo, I got an artist. We need to make a show just like TRL. He said, what's the artist? And I said, his name is Bow Wow. Of course, he was like, everybody challenges what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mind you, they wasn't gonna put Bow Wow on TRL like that because he was a rapper. He was a black little young boy rapping, but he also was 12 years old. Nobody on TV was 12 years old anywhere creating this type of pandemonium, right? I went to Stephen Hill and I'm like, yo, we need this show. We need this show. We need a show on BET that shows black artists like this. 106 in Park was created by me. I created the show for a Bow Wow. I was watching MTV and
Okay. So, of course, Bow challenged it. Okay, let's start talking about what the brat had, which I don't like being sunned. At 32 years old, you sun me, I'm busting you in your fucking face. That's it. Because I don't like being sunned. Don't sun me. I know I look younger than 32, but I'm grown. Don't sun me. Oh, we talking about the whole situation with Lil Romeo.
Hey,
girl. So Bow Wow said no. Stephen Hill. I can't find what Bow Wow. I guess I didn't say the whole Bow Wow thing. So Bow Wow was like, no, Stephen Hill did it. So the brat was on her auntie bullshit, and this is what she had to say. Okay. So the brat said, man, WTF, I really don't have the time or patience for this shit, but I got both today. Bow, what I can't let you do is discredit my big brother, JD, who you call your dad for so many years, because that is pretty much the role you gave him instead of saying hell no. He rocked with it. You are being so rude and disrespectful to the person who believed in you, nurtured you, made you a complete star, wrote all your hits except the challenges when Snoop brought you to him. He has never done anything to you but help. I ain't finna let you drag the most non-confrontational person who loved, cared for you, and spoiled your ass for years. He isn't and never would discredit BET executives. He discussed creating 106 before it was created so black people could have our own TRL. No cap, if this is what you want to do, let's fucking go. Pull up, little nigga, with your disrespectful ass, so ungrateful. First of all, you ain't gonna sun me. I don't like when you try to sun someone. Bow Wow's a grown-ass man in his own right, okay? This is what you call overreacting. She is heavily overreacting to the whole thing. She really is. So you just gonna fight a man? You just gonna sit up here and just fight a man? This is just being over the top and doing you. This is crazy. I don't understand where the fighting started. He just said Stephen Hill created 106 in Park. Okay? Yes, Jermaine Dupri might have been part of planting the seed, but Stephen Hill, there was producers and executives who were behind 106 in Park to keep it going. Okay? But this is too much. You're doing too much, Brad. You're doing too much. This is doing too much. You invoking violence, but there shouldn't be no bro. This is the problem in the black community. You always want to whoop somebody's ass when they stand up to you. Then when they don't want nothing to do with your ass and you over here lonely and miserable and shit, you want to say that, why you don't come see me no more? You don't ever come see me no more. You don't ever talk to me no more. You don't ever want to be around me because you sit up here and you son a grown ass man. He's grown. He's not a child. He's in his mid-30s. Stop. I just don't like that. That happened to me. I told y'all that happened to me when I did a group project. I was doing a group project, and this woman, I know she around my age, she sunned me. And I was like, bitch, you better go drop dead. Hurry up. I'm not no child. You can't talk to me crazy like that, bitch. I will come to your house and bust you in your face. Don't do that. I'm tired of people taking kindness and weakness to be disrespectful. There was no need for you to play the lesbianist auntie. Nobody needs this. It's not that serious. You're not that fucking serious. Get out of here.
So the Matrix knows.
It be the washed up niggas for me. Like, you washed up as hell, honey. You're washed up. And there's no need to pump your chest out. And my thing is, he'll be dead ass wrong if he punch her in her face. Right? He'd be wrong if he come and see her. Because y'all forget, Bow Wow from Ohio. And from what I've experienced, Ohio niggas are crazy. Which I'm going to talk to you why I say Ohio niggas crazy. Because of what Life did last night too. He sunned Mario. And I don't know who the fuck he thought he was sunning when he did that. Y'all need to chill the fuck out with sunning people. These are grown men, okay? They pay their own bills. Stop. Let's talk about this aromatherapy over here killing folks. Okay, and this is from Spiritual World. I found this on Spiritual World. It says the CDC revealed in October 2021 that an aromatherapy spray contaminated with deadly bacteria and sold at Walmart killed a 5-year-old boy in Georgia and a 53-year-old woman in Kansas. A lavender and chamomile scented aromatherapy spray contaminated with deadly bacteria that killed 2 people in 2021 also killed one of the victim's pet raccoon. Lord, geez, y'all here killing raccoons with their aromatherapy? You know, when you start killing animals, it's definitely toxic. The Center of Disease Control and Prevention said Friday, animals are resilient. In October 2021, investigators with the CDC discovered the bacteria Burkholderia pseudomallei and the lavender and chamomile scent of the Better Homes and Garden essential oil infused aromatherapy room spray with gemstones. That's a long ass title. Which had been imported from India and sold at 55 Walmart stores. India, what's good? Oh, I don't recall us beefing with India, but India, what's up? And of course, they're gonna blame another country. We never take accountability for being the assholes in this situation. This is so American. The bacteria's causes are rare illnesses called melioidosis, which cause symptoms that can be confused with the flu or cold and is treatable with certain intravenous antibiotics if caught early. Walmart voluntarily recalled about 3,900 bottles of products from the 55 stores in 18 states after the company became aware of the concerns, according to the spokesperson Randy Hargrove. The company also reached out to over 2,000 customers who had purchased the spray, alerting them of recall and offering refunds. Our sympathies go out to the 4 families that have been impacted by the situation, Walmart said in a statement issued in October 2021. Customer safety is always a top priority, and as part of a recall, we proactively put plans in action to notify customers and prevent further product sales, while federal agencies continue their investigation. I'm going to say this, as much as they're going to sit up here and try to blame India, I bet you it has something to do with what they did in America, because there's no way in the world you got something purely from India and it came from America and then all of a sudden it was contaminated. They had to quadruple check all these things to make sure things happen. So it's something that happened, something that poured inside of this aromatherapy spray. I'm glad I didn't use it. Also, I want to talk a little bit about lavender. Y'all remember the lavender soap that Johnson & Johnson had, and people would letting their kids use Johnson & Johnson lavender soap, and they said the Johnson & Johnson lavender soap for the babies were making babies go to sleep, but it was causing a hormonal change in little boys. So y'all need to also be careful with that lavender.
So I got a lot. I hit the spot, and this girl was like,
okay. Let me show you what Drake is talking about, because y'all been making fun of Drake and making him look bad.
21, can you do?
Sorry. This is what Drake is talking about, okay? Now let's go to the interview.
Girl was like, it was loud, and she drunk, but she was like, how does it feel that everyone's always making fun of you? I wouldn't be able to take it. Well, she was like talking about memes because Rich Flex was on, the song off her loss. She's like, how does it feel? And I was just like, you know what? I understand, like, after all these years that I feel like I have a polarizing presence. I'm almost a character in people's movies, and therefore there's a running dialogue.
Yeah.
There's jokes. You're either the villain to some people or a hero to some people. It is what it is. It just comes with the territory.
But it's also like the greatest star, like the greatest target, isn't it like that?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
that's kind of what I mean. It's like, as you grow in success, you also grow in split opinion. Yeah. And you grow in all different ways, but ultimately I've just found a way. I've always been able to laugh at myself. I've always been able to but I really do feel now that I mentally am able to separate the two. I hit the spot, and this girl was like,
can I be honest with you though?
21.
Like, who thought about doing this? What's the purpose of this? I don't get it. Except for the fact this is an old as hell rumor.
I hit the spot, and this girl was like,
I seen Big Sexy writing.
Okay, so apparently y'all have time to sit up here and drag Big Sexy for being able to floor the flight. Like, come on.
Spirit Flight. Isn't he paid and famous? You should have seen his stance and walk. You're famous people on Spirit Flight. I could never. I seen Big Sexy riding Spirit Flight.
I bet you broke, honey. Okay, so this is what Big Sexy had to say for this person thinking that they ate with this. He says, must watch ignorance. So someone secretly recorded me in the airport yesterday, and the Spirit line going to pay booking that will pay my bills for the next 2 months. You absolutely the fuck right. You should have seen the walk, the stance, the outfit, the glasses, and the way I position my head, because anything I do it with pride, and I don't hide shit about who I am, how I operate, unlike a lot of people like living in a fairy tale world with the fairy tale lifestyle, no life insurance. So now your mama and grandmama, ooh. Oh, Lord. I couldn't read the bottom of that. Who can barely stand on her walker has to cook dinner and fry fish to bury you. Never in life do I want to ever be the shallow or fake rich that I judge in someone's position in life of their outfit, car, job position, or flight to make my ego feel better about the fuck up position I'm in. Stop allowing social media to have you afraid of living in the real reality and not their bullshit image of what they want it to be. Whether you see me on Spirit or Frontier, whether I'm on American or Delta, just know I'm always working. And if God ever called me home on that plane or off that plane on my life insurance policy, it's so sickening. I created generational wealth for my nieces and my nephew. Girl, he read the
I seen Big Sexy.
Y'all tried it today. Y'all really tried it today. Who cares? I'm trying to get a flight. Nobody cares about him being on Spirit. I could never. You could never. Yep, you're right. And people are so ignorant. Okay. So y'all remember when I was talking about this 12-year-old and his like apparently the little boy is well it was 12, was it 12-year-old? Okay. It was these children got, ooted. Okay. So it says police identify teen boys killed in Atlanta shootout over dispute on social media. What y'all over here fighting for on social media, honey? Huh? My God. Police have identified the two teenage victims fatally shot in a shootout near an Atlanta apartment complex. Malik Grover, 14, Justin Powell, 16, were pronounced dead at the scene on Saturday night. 3 other minors were injured in the shooting, including an 11-year-old boy, a 15-year-old boy, and a 15-year-old girl. They were taken to the hospital and are expected to recover. See, that's why I tell y'all I don't like them kids walking around here. They ain't been around here in a minute neither, so I'm gonna stop complaining about something that has already been fixed. But I'm just letting you guys know I don't like your children hanging around my house because I don't know what they're doing. And if you don't know what they're doing, and if I don't know what they're doing, what are they doing? And so somebody pull out a gun over a social media dispute. Okay, let's see what the deputy had to say. The deputy sheriff Charles Hampton Jr. said the shootout began as a dispute on social media and escalated to gunfire, which one group of people showed up at the apartment complex with guns. I know they don't legally have it. Granted, I mean in Georgia, we kind of get guns before we get license here first. We got gun license before we get Cause okay, let me explain that to you. Georgia is one of them states where we have the hillbillies that go hunting. Okay. This is the time of year where they be wearing camouflage to school, and then after school, they take their little sons to go hunting. So because it's an open carry state, and because they go hunting, I don't know what they be hunting for. Maybe they hunt rabbits, maybe they hunt deer, maybe they hunt raccoons. They go hunting, okay? So it's not far-fetched for a teenager under the age of 18 to have gun license. But I doubt that these kids have gun license to shoot deer, rabbits, or anything else. Okay? But he said, I hate being here talking about kids and gunfire. We just asking the parents to know where your kids are. That's what I said. Know what they are doing. Check rooms. The deputy sheriff said there are just too many guns in the hands of our youth. Like I said several weeks ago, this should be a time when we are getting ready for the holidays. But we have at least 2 families that will be planning funerals, and this is very ridiculous. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens issued a statement regarding the shooting on Twitter. Atlanta is a group project. He said, it takes every single one of us to counter this plague in our community. The mayor said from city government to our police to our schools to clergy to parents and to young people themselves, and we must pledge not to accept this violence as formal, and do all that we can do to end it. The investigation into the shooting remain ongoing, and law enforcement is asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers. I will say this. I'm not a parent, but I will say this. If nobody else gives a damn about your child, you should at least care about your child enough to where they shouldn't be doing all this. This is ridiculous. Okay. So let's talk about what happened to Amari Stoudemire. Because this had like a plot twist to it that I never seen before. When I saw the plot twist, I was like, what? Okay, so Amari Stoudemire, he was arrested on domestic violence charges after allegedly punching his daughter. This is what Amari Stoudemire said. He said, over the last 24 hours, an incident at my family home led to my being charged with assaulting my daughter. It's an allegation based on a report that does not square with the facts. I am of Jewish faith. Today, Jewish people all over the world celebrate Hanukkah and hear the stories of how we fought wickedness. I believe that whatever is hateful to you, do not do to others. As the investigation unfolds, the facts will show the allegations to be groundless, as my daughter's medical condition is not the result of being assaulted by a father who is nearly 7 feet tall and weighs 250 pounds. I could never see myself assaulting any person, especially my children. I respect, protect, and I love my family, particularly my children. As a father, I ask for your grace as we secure our space and privacy. Oh, this way you can't let everybody in your space. I don't know what the dispute was, but I did not know that Amari Stoudemire was Jewish. But yeah, you can't have everybody in your house. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. So yeah. It's a top that I won't. Don't pay attention to it. All right. Speaking of people just disrespecting the people that raised them this week, and I don't agree. Let me get it straight before we get into little Romeo calling his daddy out. I want to talk about. I don't agree with Bow Wow disrespecting Jermaine Dupri, but I do not care for the brat being aggressive. Like, he's grown. At what age do you stop whooping ass? And Bow Wow's at the age now to where he can get you toe to toe. Okay, and then all of a sudden it's, oh my God, Bow Wow don't like lesbians because he punched the brat in the face because she was talking shit. So the argument between Master P and his son started because Master P showing his condolences to Twitch. And Romeo was like, I find it funny that you want to sit up here and you want to have empathy toward Twitch, but you have no empathy toward your daughter. You understand that Master P's daughter earlier this year, she passed away as well. I think she passed away from suicide as well. So this is what Master P had to say about this. And he was saying sorry. And it's crazy to me, people saying he's not showing accountability. He said sorry. So how much do somebody can do? Y'all want somebody to go into a cardiac arrest fucking with y'all? No. And this is another one that's my age. We're all in our 30s. Where does the accountability come from you?
And put this on the internet, which I don't want to do. But I try to call my son. People say, why you call? I did. He don't call back. It's been months. So my question is to Romeo. Like, if you've been in the business for long as you've been in, and you're a 30-something-year-old man, and if you've been around me, watching me hustle and do my thing, why you not where you want to be at? Because that means you're not listening. That means you want to do your own thing. You done brought your own circle of people, but you can't get mad at me because I really thought this was about, the only reason I entertained this on social media, I thought it was about the DJ Twitch post I put up, and I thought it was about my daughter's death. I thought you was grieving. Mental illness is real. But I want to tell all the people out there that just don't understand how bad my heart hurt. Romeo lost a sister, but I lost a daughter. And for any parent that's going through this, because I know that, so, and put this on the internet, which I don't want to do, but I try to call my son. People say, why you call? I did. He don't call back. It's been months. So my question is to Romeo, like, if you've been in the business for long as you've been in, and you're a 30-something-year-old man, and if you've been around me, watching me,
I gotta admit that. Ain't nothing he said was wrong. He right. And at what age, and this goes for me too, at what age do you take accountability for your actions? But you know it's a holiday season when everybody lashing out at their parents. It's like, damn. Okay.
Hey,
No,
Plathead.
this is personal stuff too. That's personal stuff too.
People be saying that.
I gotta repost that. Okay, so let me refresh this real quick. I know it's because it has to be because my trash can is stinking. I gotta close my trash. Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, Stephen King, not Steve. Is his name? His name is not Stephen King. Stephen Hill. He finally showed up to the party. Stephen Hill is a producer at BET. Was a producer at BET. Okay. And he says, yeah, our memories on how 106 Apart was created differ greatly. Now, no one challenges that Bow Wow helped launch 106 to great heights. This is for sure true. But created by me might be a bit of an overstep for you, my man. Love you always. Then, somehow a friend AJ got involved. All right. Dang, I forgot I had this other stuff. Hold on. Okay, let's talk about this real quick because it's somebody is being sneaky, and I'm gonna call a spade a spade. So yesterday, Tamar Braxton took to social media and she basically said that one of the Real Housewives and her husband went in on her. Okay? Because she is siding with Carlos King. So I want you to hear what Tamar had to say.
Miss Candy Burris says, honey, former executive producer of Real Housewives of Atlanta star Carlos King is a thief. Oh my God, Tamar, did you hear that?
Child, I heard that.
Oh my God. Now it seems, honey, that the streets were talking about Candy and Carlos, honey, not being cool anymore, and here's why.
He's the one who stole my group's life story and sold it to TV One. When you're a public figure, they can do unauthorized stories about you. Never once, all them years we have been around each other, he had never once told me that he was trying to do a movie about us. And to go behind my back, I was like, I can't with him ever again.
Messy boo. But I just find it odd that you can steal the rights of the lives of people that are still alive. We saw recently with the Mike Tyson joint on Hulu, which is great, by the way. Yeah, I hate that he doesn't support it, but you gotta do things right when these people are alive. You telling their story.
Which is why I don't agree with her calling him a thief. You know what I mean? I think that's a little,
Miss Candy Burris says, honey, former
Okay.
executive.
So this is what they're saying here. It's on the King of Shade. They said it really was a scheme Todd set up. Apparently, Candy still felt a way about Tamar's comments regarding producer Carlos King allegedly stealing Escape's life story. The word is they initially got into it really bad at the December 10th joint concert. And following that altercation, Tamar had accused Candy of trying to stop her bag by allegedly trying to get her to remove from the show. Things got even worse tonight when Candy's husband, Todd, decided to confront Tamar himself while Escape was performing on stage. Candy. What you do in the dark always comes to light. Okay, shouty. What you do in the dark always comes to LIGHT. Okay, we already saw this whole situation with Escape happen like a month ago, and then Escape did their little show in Atlanta, and nobody bought tickets. Well, people did buy tickets, but it wasn't what y'all thought it was going to be. But we saw what happened with Latasha, and she tried to make it seem like the Scott sisters are difficult people to work with. And then on top of that, because of the Soul Train Award and the dress gate situation, you know, she was wearing gold and everybody else was wearing silver and rhinestones. So, you know, Latasha was like, this has nothing to do with me, and I'm not on a tour because this man threatened the tour thing. And of course they try to play off, oh, well, we're sisters, and it's this, and it's that, it is that, it's that, it's that. Now Tamar is coming out and saying that you and your miniature Pomeranian husband threatened her. So, I mean, Latasha ain't got nothing to do with this. Nene ain't got nothing to do with this. None of these people got anything to do with this. Is the common denominator these people are dealing with is you. Now you look like the problem person. I'm not saying that Carlos King was right, because he's not right. He's not right for trying to take a story that's not his story to tell. So I agree with her on how she handled that. But for her to say he stole, that's a bit of a stretch. And just be honest and say that you still mad at him for the whole situation about Phaedra and Portia saying that you drugged them and put them in your dungeon. Which I'm pretty sure that Portia doesn't mind being in people's dungeons since she was over there at R. Kelly house, to be honest with you. This is her life story. She likes being drugged. She likes being trapped in the closet. This is how she rolls just so she can get famous. So I don't know why we're ignoring that fact as well. I'm not going to ignore that fact. I am very neutral, but I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like everybody is full of shit. So we see where the problem's at. Can't keep nothing together.
Yo, G Square.
Yeah, he's fine as fuck. Anyway, I got some news, you guys. Guess who rich ass they arrested? Pastor Gucci. Look at him with his old conniving self. Tacky ass. Ain't no way Fendi has made a suit like that. You look tacky. So this is from the Shade Room. It says earlier this year, Brooklyn Bishop Lamar Whitehead, aka Gucci Fendi Prada, went viral after a robbery was captured on a live stream during one of his church services. There was no robbery, okay? It was staged. A few weeks later, he went viral once again after he was involved in an incident with a woman in his church as he escorted her out during one of his services. He choked her out. That's the difference. As those incidents occurred, the bishop finances became a trending topic as he was accused of stealing from members of his church. That caused him to speak out several times to defend himself. On Monday, the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York announced they had arrested Bishop Whitehead for fraud, extortion, and false statement. I hope they make Fendi, Gucci, Givenchy, Yves Saint Laurent. And Louis Vuitton. jumpsuit, sir. God don't like ugly. You've been sitting up here screwing these precious people out of their lifelong earnings, out of their pension, and it finally caught up to you. And your name is definitely what it is because you're full of shit. The only way you get whiteheads on your face is because it got shit in it. So you got the right last name, sir. OMG. Okay? Your arrogance has caught up to you, sir. You sit over here taking $90,000 out of some middle-aged woman's account. You over here choking folks and staging a damn robbery just to stay relevant. Then you gonna sit up here and try to sue Larry Reed like he was wrong for investigating your trifling ass. Look at you. And that bootleg ass Fendi. See, this is what happened when you pray to the fashion gods and not the real gods, okay? Your closet was full of Gucci and it fought you back because it was fake. Just like the chain that's around your neck. Hashtag, you got a green neck. Oh, no. My bad. That's something I personally got to watch. Okay. So, y'all know I finished watching the documentary about Harry and Meghan. Okay? Y'all want proof that it's true what they're saying? So, Camilla, this is what the thing says. Camilla, Queen Consort Camilla. Home wrecking Camilla. The boy is mine, Camilla. Had a Christmas party. And she invited all the people who said awful things about Meghan Markle. The people she invited include Daily Mail editors, Piers Morgan, she also invited Jeremy Clarkson. Okay, let's look.
You are making people want to kill me.
Okay. Look at this.
You are making.
Now, I want to express some rhetoric when it comes to Queen Camilla. Can't say Queen Camilla without saying her name like that. Camilla. I would never say her name like normal. I would call her Camilla. Okay? So if you watch the documentary, they were talking about how certain news people get information from the royal family. The royal family has a spokesperson, and they work with separate houses. They work with certain people in the royal family. And I think that they describe it perfectly. Okay? One of those people is the Daily Mail. Okay? There's always some old busted up man talking shit about a beautiful woman. Always. You know, it's always some old busted up man with his old busted up ass with his non-erection having self. Okay. This is what Jeremy Clarkson has said about Meghan Markle. He says, Meghan, though, is a different story. I hate her, not like I hate Nicola Sturgeon or Rose West. I hate her on a cellular level. At night, I am unable to sleep as I lie there grinding my teeth and dreaming of the day when she is made to parade naked through the streets of every town in Britain while the crowd chants shame and throw lumps of excrement at her. This is a special type of hate, right? This is this old busted ass nigga picking on this beautiful princess. So I do not wish any harm on Meghan. I hope that after she has been photographed sitting by herself on the back of a Playboy super yacht and outside the Taj Mahal, she goes on to lead a long and happy life. But she should know this. When she dies, hopefully many years from now, she will not be carried in front of millions by stoic men with good hearts and strong arms. If it's a slow news day, the news she'll get in a small obituary in the Times on page 27. Y'all see this shit? He was at and you want to say that she's lying. How the hell is she lying? They weren't lying. They weren't lying about these people. Look at that. So Camilla thought it was cute to invite these awful people. But look at this. This is the people who work at the Daily Mail, and this is the royal family. Look at that. And somebody said in the comment section, didn't I say it? Something ain't right about Sophie. That's the one y'all need to be watching. I said that. Some ain't right about Sophie. Of course, she's pictured with the Daily Mail, who think that it's okay to drag Harry and Meghan. I will be doing a podcast about this. Look at that. So they didn't lie in the docuseries. Here's another interesting thing that I thought was very interesting, okay? We ain't gonna sit up here like there's no skeletons in Princess Diana's closet. You know, God rest her soul. We love you, Princess Diana, okay? This is not to disrespect you or your son, but this is a rumor, and I see it as a rumor. Granted, Harry does look like Prince Philip when he was younger, okay? So Pierre Morgan is named in new court document over the theft of Princess Diana letters, okay? He was accused of burglarizing the home of Major James Hewitt. Y'all know who James Hewitt is? Oh, Lord. I don't think y'all can see that. No, y'all can't. Okay. So I'm gonna have y'all stop looking at this, and I'm gonna show you this. Oh, look who has a carrot top. Let's start with this rumor, okay? Word on the street is that this is Prince Harry's real daddy. Okay. They say the royal family is only full of blondes and brunettes. Okay. Then you have Prince Harry. King Charles is a brunette. Princess Diana is a blonde. Even though there are some strawberry blondes on the Spencer side of the family. Word on the street was that Princess Diana had an affair, and this is her baby daddy. This is Prince Harry's real father. Prince Harry looks nothing like this man, to me. I ain't saying it because I'm team Sussex. I'm saying it because it's facts. He looks nothing like this man, but they do have red hair. But Harry, this is who Harry looks like. Let me go back to this, okay? This is who Harry looks like, okay? This is who Harry genuinely looks like. You have to see it in younger pictures, not him as an older man. This is Prince Philip. This is who Prince Harry looks like. Okay? Prince Philip is King Charles' father, the man that passed a year ago. He passed the same weekend as DMX. And my aunt. Okay. But you tried it. I ain't gonna lie. Pierre's grimy ass. Everybody's been questioning that because it's like everybody's a brunette and a blonde in the royal family for some strange reason. With the royal family, when they're babies, they're blondes. Okay, Princess Anne, when she was a baby, she was a blonde. I don't know why she's not blonde now, but she was really blonde. Same thing with Prince Philip. Prince Philip had very blonde hair. My thing is, there's a way of saying you want a DNA test, Charles. Just pull him aside and say, hey, I want a DNA test. Just say that. I mean, it's going to prove that you the daddy. Ain't like, I believe he has secretly done a DNA test and he has not said anything. That's why he can't question if Prince Harry is his son. Because Charles and them, it's no way in the world. I think they do that to these women, okay? The first person to see the baby is just like the Game of Thrones, all right? Y'all remember the scene where Rhaenyra gave birth to her third son because both her sons had dark hair. And Allison was like, let me see the baby. Let me see the baby. I'm pretty sure when Prince Harry was born, Charles let Queen Elizabeth look at that baby, and she said, "Yeah, that's your child. He looks like your dad. He looks like my dad." And I'm pretty sure they did a DNA test. Don't think they don't be doing DNA tests on these women. All three of them Cambridge's kids, well, no, they Wales now. All three of them Wales kids. There's no way in the world they're not William's children. But they did DNA tests on them children. They did DNA tests. They maybe have the outs with Harry, but I'm pretty sure they have actual DNA tests that them kids are his. Now, that's something they ain't going to put out in the public, okay? But I'm pretty sure as soon as that baby is born, they get a DNA test on that baby in the royal family. Because royal family's going to make sure all their I's are dotted and all their T's are crossed. Okay? With that being said, this was longer than I wanted to be. With that being said, I'm going to be back on here because I got something I want to talk about. There's some stuff I want to keep on here because I want to show somebody else about this. I'm going to say in future reference, y'all need to watch that Sir Sophie woman. Watch her. Watch her. Okay? Ain't she an Aquarius? I don't trust Aquariuses right now. I really don't. Sorry, not sorry. I said what I said. Okay, so my next live I'm going to do. We're going to be talking about Donald Trump and his off the chain cheering. We're going to be talking about that. But before we leave, can we talk about how sexy these sexy royal inquiries are? Real quick. Ooh, these dudes are sexy. Let me show y'all something. There's no way in the world you not be looking. Look at this, okay? Especially Lieutenant Commander Rob Dixon. He's an inquiry to Prince William. Him and Major Ollie Plunkett are sexy. How y'all doing? Major Ollie, he an inquiry for Queen Consort. Honey, ooh. These are some very good looking men. Yes, ma'am. Well, if y'all don't want them, I can have them. You know, y'all can have them come over here to America every 3 months. Come see me. There's some very good looking men. This ain't the gorgeous. Princess Peach and Eugenie. Y'all didn't look at them? I bet you they already married. That's how it always is. They're probably already married. There's some very good looking men. Very good looking. Look at them. Ooh. That's something over there worth being in the royal family for. With that being said, thank you guys for coming to my live. I'm hoarse, so please understand the weather is unusually cold here. So I'm not going to be able to do what I do when I do it and how I do it. But anyway, thank you guys for coming to my live. I'm so outie.